morning, my dear students. Today I want to discuss about the ANS pharmacology. As you well know about the ANS, autonomic nervous system. So the pharmacology, the drug act on the autonomic nervous system. So ANS is further divided into two parts, that is the parasympathetic and sympathetic. Earlier I talked about the what is parasympathetic, what is sympathetic. When you are in relaxed position, then the parasympathetic nervous system will activate, and when you are in stress condition, then the sympathetic nervous system will activate. What is parasympathetic? You can say the parasympathetic is known as cholinergic, and you can say the sympathetic as known as the adrenergic. So today I want to discuss about the cholinergic systems, how the neurotransmitter associated with the parasympathetic nervous system like acetylcholine is synthesized, stored and released. So let me start once again the synthesis, storage and release of acetylcholine. You can say the cholinergic neurotransmitter. Okay, now firstly I want to say that there is a point in the brain where the parasympathetic outflow will occur. So 3rd, 7th, 9th and 10th, these are the cranial nerves which is responsible to outflow the parasympathetic actions. And there is some parts, that is sacral parts, the S2, S3 and S4 is the part where the parasympathetic outflow and their actions will occur. Now the synthesis and storage release of the acetylcholine. So how the acetylcholine will synthesize, how the acetylcholine will storage and how the acetylcholines will release. So in this classes I will tell about the each and every part in this lectures. Now the first step to synthesis of the acetylcholine or parasympathetic neurotransmitter is the choline. This is the first step, that the choline which we will receive from the diet or the nerve cytoplasm. Now the choline will enter into the nerves through the sodium choline uptake transporter. So there is a pump, sodium choline uptake transporter, through which choline will enter into the nerves. Okay, so choline will enter through the nerves through these pump is known as sodium choline uptake transporter. So choline will uptake through this pump. Now again the acetyl coenzyme A will come from the mitochondria. During the Krebs cycles, earlier you know about the Krebs cycle. In the mitochondria there is the acetyl coenzyme A will form. So acetyl coenzyme A from the mitochondria and the choline will come together, and the acetyl choline transferase enzyme which is responsible to convert these two into the acetylcholine, and this is the acetylcholine is the neurotransmitter for the parasympathetic nervous system activations. So the choline, this is the synthesis. So synthesis is complete. How the synthesis occur? Let me repeat once again. So choline obtained from the diet or the neurons or nerves plasm, it will uptake by the sodium choline uptake transporter which is situated on the membrane of the nerves. So it is uptake through the sodium choline uptake transporter. The choline will come into the nerves, okay, and the mitochondria will release the acetyl coenzyme A. So choline plus acetyl coenzyme A will form the acetylcholine, is the neurotransmitter for the parasympathetic system. The enzyme which is responsible to transfer these choline and acetyl coenzyme A is known as acetylcholine transferase. Okay, now the acetylcholine will form. So this is the first part, the synthesis has been completed. Now it will store into the vesicle. Again the second part has been started. Now the acetylcholine will form. So this is here is the form, here is the pump through which the acetylcholine will come and store into the vesicle. Store into the vesicles in the globular natures. So it will store into the vesicles. Now there is a membranous peptide is here, proteinous structure macromolecules, that is known as synaptobrevin. at the end of the vesicles, vascular membrane, and similarly their end point is the syntaxin is also associated with the macromolecules, that is the proteinous natures. So syntaxin and synaptobravin will attract with each other. How this will happen? How this will happen? How attraction will be between the synaptobravin and syntaxin macromolecules, and how the release will occur? How the release will be happen? Acetylcholine will release into the neuromuscular junctions. So now the third step is that the first step, the synthesis has been occur. This storage has been occur in the vesicles. Now I will tell about how the release of the acetylcholine. So how it will release? There is one of the peptide is known as synaptobravin associated with these vesicles, and another end there is another macromolecules known as syntaxins. So these will attract to each other and exocytosis will take place. Isn't it or not? These will attract with each other and exocytosis of the acetylcholine takes places in the region of neuromuscular junction. Neuromuscular junction. How the attraction will occur? How it will attract the synaptobravin and syntaxin? So there is a depolarization of the nerves happen. How the depolarization? As you earlier know about the action potential, during the depolarization the sodium and potassium actions will occur. The depolarization minus 70 millivolt, then action potential will occur up to the plus 20 millivolt, and then the plateau phase, then the repolarization. Isn't it or not? Remember all the action potential. This is very, very important. So depolarization will occur. During the depolarization, the calcium will enter into the nerve cells. Okay, the calcium is responsible to attract this syntaxin and synaptobravin to each other, and this is responsible for the exocytosis and bursting of the vesicles. So calcium is responsible to bursting of the vesicles and attraction of the syntaxin and synaptobravin. So this is the third part. This is the release of neurotransmitter. Now what will happen after that? The release of the acetylcholine. The release has been completed. Now when it will release, then it will bind to the specific receptor. So I will tell about the cholinergic receptor. Thank you.